In this tutorial video we will see how to work with levels. Most timelines will include records that cover different themes or topics. The optimization algorithm that positions the records in the display view can result in a random interleaving of those records. In many instances, the resulting positioning of the records might not be the desired one and you might want to gather the records in separate, theme-specific rows. Level is an integer attribute of a record, plus a text value for identification, that the application uses to gather records with the same level value in a common set of rows. An example will explain the concept. Let's consider an example of a World War II timeline. The timeline has records that are related to two different campaigns, a first group that covers battles that took place in Europe, in our example displayed in blue, and a second group that covers battles that took place in the Pacific, in our example displayed in red. Because the battles are taking place at more or less that same time period, and because all the records are using the default level value, the positioning algorithm results in the two sets interleaved. The desired outcome, however, is to have the European battles grouped together and displayed separately from the Pacific battles. To achieve that, we will use a different level value for each group. Start by editing one of the European battle record. In the Record Management window, select the Extra subview to access the level attribute. The level attribute is the second one on that view. By default, all records are assigned the default value, which in our current timeline is the only available option. The integer value of the default level is 25. To create a new level, click on the New button next to the Level drop-down. In the window that opens, you define a name for the new level, for example European Campaign, and give it a value, for example, 30. The application supports any integer value between 1 and 250. Click on that Add button to add the new level to the database. Back on the Record Management window, you can now select the new level value from the drop-down field. Save the changes to the record. Now click on a second European battle record to edit its level. You can now leverage the European Campaign level already created. Repeat those same steps with the third European battle record. Now let's update the records of the Pacific Campaign battle. Like you did with the European records, start by editing one of the Pacific battle records, then create a new level, name it Pacific Campaign, and set its value at 35. Edit all the Pacific battle records to that new level value. Now if we verify the display view, we can see the European record gathered together while the Pacific battle records are gathered together above them. A few notes on level operations. You can create up to 250 levels in your timeline. The level with the integer value 25 is reserved for the default level. You can also create multiple levels with the same integer value as long as they have a different text value. You can set whether the records are displayed using an ascending order of the level integer value or a descending order. Finally, note that to edit the text or integer value of a level or to delete a level from the database, you will need to use the editor. For that, please check the tutorial video on the use of the editor.